Hey, I'm back. We're going to try this again. It is after 10 o'clock now. It's 10:02. Um, I've been wanting to go to the library to upload videos because I got super fast internet there and I don't have my internet no more. But I got to burn fuel to go there and I still don't have income yet. And my food assistant SNAP. I even hate saying that, but that's what it is. I got like 43 cents or something on it now, and that reloads after midnight. So I figured, well, to save gas so I don't have to run back and forth, I got to try to plan everything out, so that way I burn my gas with goals along the way. So I ain't just running here, running there, burning gas. I try to plan everything out. Like sometimes, like if I'm gonna go to the library, I'll go stop by the church first on my way to the library, and I haven't been going to church. I've been getting church withdrawals because even though I talk to God every day and night, I don't have to go to church. But what I like about church is the fellowship and being around other people with a common cause, of a relationship with God. It's nice to feel that energy, and because I haven't been to church in months now. I mean, I've stopped by the churches, but not during service. I haven't been to a church service in quite a while, and several weeks now or something like that. That's because I cannot afford the gas to go there because I end up on running empty and stressing out and everything. So even though God keeps providing, right now my main concern, even though I try not to burn regular fuel, my main concern is keeping my diesel. So I've been driving, just staying in the area and just going to Holiday when I need to get more diesel. And I've been counting change and everything. Luckily I got some more change jars to go through. I've done all my pennies yet. Did a bunch of $15 nickels and then a bunch of dimes the other day to get gas. And I had some quarters, but I've been trying to save the quarters for laundry, or if we get a nice day, to maybe try doing a once around spray down of the camper real quick just to wash off any dirt on it from the winter. So it looks nicer and don't look like an eyesore. Because I don't want to get chased away from places or something. So a good thing is I got more change to count yet. So I don't know how much I'll have until I count it. But I spent some of my change stuff to get paper rolls for the coins, because they took my nickels for the $15 in nickels they took for when I did my diesel. And they must have needed nickels, but they didn't want to do my dimes. They said I had to get paper rolls. So then it cost about $3-4, almost $4 for the paper rolls. So that was like a gallon of gas that could have driven me, a gallon of gas further. That's how I looked at it when I had to buy the paper rolls. I was like, man, that's like another gallon of gas. That's just how life is right now. I wouldn't have thought about that at all before when I was working. I wouldn't even, my mind wouldn't have even related that, but because I'm in survival mode, just having to buy those paper tubes for the coins was a big deal for me, because that's an extra $3-4 that is really needed for diesel fuel to stay warm or whatever. Good thing I got solar. Good thing I got solar panels, batteries, and an inverter, so I can produce all my own electricity. So that's the wonderful thing. I don't have an electrical bill, and I make my own. I've never ran out of electricity yet. But I can't run like an electric heater. That would drain the batteries too quick. But the diesel heater is very efficient. So far, out of the different heat sources, it is the most cost effective, other than having a wood burning stove, which I don't have. You know, if I had a wood burning stove, well then I could, go by the parks or something and collect dry branches. I mean, I wouldn't go cutting down trees or nothing, or that, but I could go picking up all the dry dead wood around, different places or that, to have wood to burn. But I don't have a wood burning stove, so. And I could even buy, if I had the money, I could even buy the burner blocks like that you can get at Menards or whatever. Because eventually, what I'd like to have for the camper, that is, it's a Kimberly wood stove. It's stainless steel. It's very expensive. It's like a $5,000 wood stove, but it burns super efficient, and it's small. It has like a 3-inch vent pipe and stuff. So, and it's only got to be like 6 inches away from the wall for its heat. The way it all works. It was designed beautifully. It was designed for yachts and stuff, but it's grown a bit in the RV camper van life world. And but they're expensive. But you can even though it's a smaller chamber, it's got a double burner like in it. So the gases that come off the wood, it's got a separate upper chamber that reburns those gases. And it's a sealed system, so it's got fresh air coming in from the bottom, which you vent out the base of your RV yacht or whatever. Which would the yacht, you wouldn't go out the base, you'd go out the side of it, But so it's got an air intake that comes into the bottom of the unit, and then the 3-inch flue pipe or whatever that goes up and out the roof. And the control, you can fill that up with, I forget what the wood sizes are, but it's a small amount of wood, and it puts out a lot of BTUs. I want to say it's like 18,000 BTUs or something like that. And you can set the airflow or whatever on it once you get it burning, or that, to where once you load it up, it'll burn for 8 to 12 hours. Once you learn your flue setting or whatever. And well, that's plenty of time through the night with a small amount of wood and it's a sealed system, so once you get it burning, you can close the door, latch it shut, and then you can go to sleep and stay nice and toasty warm all night long. Probably have to end up opening your windows just to not get too hot. And then they got cool attachments for it too, that like they got an electricity generator that mounts on the top that you can get that generates like, I don't know, I want to say it's like 45 or 65 watts. So it's not as big as, like, I got four 100-watt solar panels on the roof here. So it's not generating a whole lot, but it still helps. It's enough to charge stuff up, And if you got a Jackery or a lithium battery bank or that, you could run that into it. So every time you're burning wood, you're producing electricity, keeping the batteries topped off. And then they also got like a cooktop thing that'll sit on it that fits over the top, that has like a cooktop or a little oven deal or that. It's pretty slick system. But just the basic part is like about $5,000, unless they went down in price. When they were newer, I know they were about $5,000. They might have come down to like $4,000 or $3,000. Who knows? The economy's been fluctuating, so. But yeah, I'd like to have one of them bad boys. I don't know where I'd put it in here. I'd have to really think hard of where I'd set it up at. I almost feel like I'd do it. I'd have to modify this bench seat behind the driver's seat, and I feel like I'd build like I don't know if I could do it there. Maybe I could. Yeah, I think I could do it there. Maybe I got some ideas. But yeah, I'd put it right behind the driver's seat here, and then I could run straight through the cabinet above it to vent out the chimney, and then the air intake, I would probably go out, down and out the sidewall here, and then put a cover plate on it that's blocks the wind for when you're driving down the road. It would have like a kind of like a dryer vent, on the outside of the house. Only I'd have it. I don't know if I could do it just straight up and down. That'd be enough. Well, I could do it if I had it angled. I could just I could do that. I could put just a open draw in and then just have the angled part over it so it could take the air in from underneath. Maybe I'd still want to do a cut this way so when I'm driving down the road it isn't ramming it through. Because then, because it's a sealed system, you could even load it up with wood, and if you had to go somewhere, you'd be safe driving on the road. It's not going to fill the place up with smoke because it takes the air in from the bottom and then sends it back out the top. So, and it's a sealed system, so you wouldn't get all smoky here. Whereas some of the other cheaper ones that you can get, like the Grizzly and Grizzly Junior, whatever they are, the little square ones, they're cool looking, but they don't have the air intake vent. The air intake is inside the camper with the flue. And something like that, if you're driving on the road, it'd be blowing smoke back into the camper and stuff. You know, it wouldn't work. But yeah, that Kimberly one's really slick. Where am I at here? Well, now that I talked about wood stoves and stuff, thanks for watching. God bless you. I'm going to see you on the next one.